What's good everyone, it's Zigzag here, welcome back to another Geoguessr video. We are back on the road to #1 in the world, and this could be the episode where we hit 1,400 and then start our moving journey. But that is the rule. When I hit 1,400 rating, I'm going to start moving around instead of playing no moving. We're at 74th in the world here, and we only need 13 more points to get to our goal. But of course, one loss will set us all the way back. So let's just see if we can play well today. I feel like we probably can. I feel pretty good right now. I feel pretty fresh. So let's just see what's up. We're against a Japanese guy. First off, I've just been practicing some Japan, so we'll see how that goes for us. Looking kind of South American in a strange way. We've got European plates though, so I think this is actually Turkey. Now, is this like Dolomites, or I can't remember what it's called, but I thought it's like somewhere. I cannot remember where it is, but I thought it was somewhere around here, right? So I'm just going to go for that. You know, my actual geographical knowledge is not as good as like people would think. So, I mean, I remember getting flamed for this in the past in the comments, but I just still don't really remember where it was. Maybe it's further over this direction. Cannot remember, but that's what we're going for. Okay, I was fairly close there. It's over there. Very good indeed, and that's a great start to the duel. Obviously, it was a fairly difficult round, but had the vibes. And the yellow and white curbs that we kind of saw in the background are very Turkish. Okay, next round here, looking to be somewhere in Botswana, and this feels southern. We got hills, and oh, it could be further north though. Bit of like a no, I think it is further north because this like autumnish coverage. So I'd say maybe this road or north of Francistown or something out here. It is kind of a poor quality road, so I'm actually kind of leaning this direction because I feel like this road might be better, but we'll see. It's one of the two, I think. And yeah, it was out there. Very nice indeed. So two great guesses in a row here. Not going to be enough to finish him off, but remember, the healing round is gone, so we have to just feel so grateful right now that it's gone, and I hope they don't bring it back. Okay, next round here looks like New Zealand to me. Yeah, it is New Zealand, and I would just go Auckland here. What do we see here? Papatoto is probably somewhere findable. Our friend guesses here very quickly. Papatoto. Papa Muru or something like that here. Don't really see it, so I guess I would go somewhere around here. But yeah, I guess it could be further south too. And it was just Auckland there, South Auckland. So our opponent gets closer. Good job to our Japanese friend, and it's going to be just 120 points damage, so really not too bad there. Next one here. Are we in Japan? No. It looks kind of like Russia or Ukraine to me. And of the two, well, we have a short antenna. This kind of short antenna I would associate with Ukraine, and I think because it's so hilly, I would just go here, but we'll find out if that's good or not. I guess it could still just be Russia. But yeah, we still just have this short antenna. Now, the short antenna is, I think, actually kind of more common in the center of the country, right? So maybe it is just Russia. I don't know. We'll see about that soon enough here. And okay, it was kind of towards the center, but yeah, I don't really know how the rule works. Obviously, that is a nice and swift victory for us there. So 2 more points here, guys. Ooh. It's starting to heat up. It's starting to heat up. We are really in striking distance. We're only 6 points behind my PB, and we're only 11 points away from the series changing forever. Okay, next opponent is here. It's Marco Mac, and he is 1k rated plus, so that's really good for us. We can actually pick up a few points here. Let's see what we can do. First round here is Mexican, looking for taxis anywhere or something like that. Don't really see any. Quite a few like palms and everything. I don't know. This gives me mixed vibes. I think it might actually be a bit further east. But I was also seeing see it being a bit further north, so kind of unsure what to do here. I guess I'll just go because I don't want him to get like too much like information here. But I feel like Veracruz is a decent shout just because it is pretty flat. Could see like Tampico or even up to Tamaulipas, but I could see up to Merida as well. So that's kind of a hedge here. I don't really know where this is, and it was actually Merida. So yeah. And not too bad, we actually do a bit of damage there, but yeah, I mean, Mexico City guess is pretty standard, and yeah, it's not surprising that not many points are exchanged. Okay, next one here, Brazil. I like Brazil for this series, but is it even Brazil? No, it's actually going to be somewhere in Colombia. I'm looking to see if I see any like regional meta on these poles. I don't see any of those like orange stripes that you normally see. What does that say? Funza. I don't think I've ever heard of that, to be honest, but maybe it is bigger, I'm not sure. All sorts of trucks, so it might just be traveling quite a fair way. I'm just trying to see if I see anything here, because he obviously knows that it's going to be somewhere in Colombia with all these yellow plates in the distance. And yeah, I don't really see anything else, so I think I'll just go for a guess here. We'll give a quick search for Funza, but I was kind of thinking it's just like in this kind of area here. Maybe actually is a bit further north. I'm just looking at these trees, almost feel a bit African, so could Funza be up here? Well, I don't see it, so it's unfortunate stuff, but think I might actually just hedge it a little bit further north here. I don't really see the harm in doing that. Yeah, it feels good. It's also pretty flat. I just hope it's not out here. I mean, yeah, okay, it's right on the border there. That makes sense. He also just clicks middle and gets a good guess as well. But I don't think Funza is particularly big. That's my analysis of the situation there. Anyway, next round here, almost like Malaysian feeling, but no, it's not Malaysia. So we got Russian here. Yes, we do. Can't really be bothered to see if that says anything in particular. Probably just going to go Moscow here, to be honest with you. We have some nice cars. It feels relatively wealthy. Could be anywhere, in all honesty. But, yeah, we have like a bunch of BMWs here. I'll try Moscow. Why not? Let's go for it. It is duels after all, so there's always a fair possibility that it is just Moscow. And, yeah, it's definitely built up here, so I don't mind it in that. Kultur... Yeah, culture of what? Okay, it was Nizhny Novgorod. I wonder if I could have read that in time, or if I actually said it. Well, never going to know now. But our opponent giving a shocked emoji there. Okay, next one, round 4. Nothing's happened so far. And we are driving left, and it feels... Well, it has to be the UK. And it could be Northern Ireland here, but I would just go Northern England instead. Yorkshire, let's go for it. But yeah, we have these like triangular signs, and you'd get yellow diamonds in Ireland, but it could still be NI. So that is kind of the question here. Could even be Scotland, could see that. It was Isle of Man. Didn't actually look at the plate, so a good guess from our opponent there. Makes sense, because it was Generation 2, which you have over there, but I guess my vibe of Northern England or Northern Ireland was right, because it was right exactly in between us. Okay, next one here. Got some Japan action on our hands here, and I've been trying to learn some of the bollards and everything. Don't really see anything too specific here, unfortunately, though. Got doubles like that. Yeah, nothing unique. I think, oh, these yellow ones, these yellow wrappings, I remember these ones were like around Hyogo a lot of the time, so I'll try Hyogo here. I was just watching some Japanese tips videos, so I was hoping some Japan would come up so I could use some of my meta, although I'm not sure if this is actually 100% true what I just did, but we'll find out soon enough. I mean, the vibes feel decent. It was actually Hiroshima there, but yeah, decent guess. And I think the yellow wrappings are just kind of common in that area rather than anything else. Okay, next one here. Looks like USA, which could be bad for us. We'll see. We could move on around like this for sure. Kind of feels West Coast to me. Could be like, yeah, it kind of feels like BC or something like that. Let's see if we get a plate here. Yellow plate, so that's not BC at all. What is that plate, though? It's not a New York plate either, so could it be like a... what is that? Oh, I'm trying to rack my brain here. It's like a Delaware plate or something like that. I could see that for sure. See what we got on the intersection here. I mean, yeah, interesting like section of plates here. We have a lot of no front plate action, which is also really interesting. I feel like this is like a Delaware plate or something like that, though I'm really not sure enough to want to guess just yet. We'll see if we see anything else here. So Cedar Valley, where do you grow cedars? Not so sure. I mean, vibes-wise, we have no front plates, so I don't think it is West Coast, which is good. We saw speed limit there. I mean, like something speed, so we know it's not Canada, which is also good. And apart from that, I think we should just guess then, right? Should I trust my vibe with the plates, though? I'm not so sure about that. What about these cars here? Can we actually get close to this one? Seems like it's going to be far away, isn't it? Bluish plate there. Yeah, not sure. I think we should just go for an intersection here. I don't want to risk it. Like, this is the type of round where if he gets anything really good, then we're in serious trouble. So let's see here. Yeah, just speed limit. Okay, maybe we should just guess. I don't know. It's slightly hilly. Does that fit for Delaware? I guess it probably does. I just want to find one intersection. Okay, he's gone in for his guess here. I have 5 seconds to go here. I guess I'll just go for what I thought. Maryland area will be fine for us, and it was indeed just Delaware there. So I should have trusted my plate knowledge, but ultimately, really not a bad option. I wanted to hedge a little bit further. It wouldn't have been knockout damage anyway from our opponent, so that's fine. We've used our moving now, and our opponent is playing well, so it's a bit of a concern. Next one here, bollards would feel like, are they Hungarian or are they Luxembourgish? I think Luxembourg feels decent, but I don't really see anything like a... Is that a yellow plate? He's going to get it if I give him too much more time. I mean, surely it's just Luxembourg. I don't really see anything else as particularly possible here, so I'll just go for it. It was Luxembourg, very good. You know, that round could have been a bit scary because he could easily find the yellow plates, whereas I was left kind of blindsided, but that's okay. Triple damage now. I like the look of this round. Probably like Palestine or something, if I had to say. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, we got long antenna. We don't have... Ooh, could that be like one of the Palestine follow cards? I think it might be. But anyway, I'm just going to guess. I mean, it's not a high damage round, and presumably our opponent will know, so I'll just go there. It's kind of my vibe on the round. We'll see. Is that forward focus something? I don't know, because I know the white Suzuki Swift, that's like pretty much all around Palestine, but I think there is like another section with a darker car. I just can't remember which or where, but we'll see what it ends up being. And wow, that is very good for us. Yeah, it was kind of in that Western Palestine area. He goes South Africa, which, I mean, is understandable with the landscape, but yeah, long antenna, you don't go South Africa, so that was a good duel. Well played to our friend there, and let's see if we can take another win. If we play him again, we're only going to gain 5 more points, so we'll be on 1399. We're against Mug, though, so we could... I think we only gain 4 or 5 points off this game, unfortunately, but we're going to get very close here, presumably. So, first round here, .sg, we can trust the domain name here, I assume. So we're going to get in Singapore here, and what a lovely little neighborhood here in Singapore. Singapore, you know, it's not the most interesting place in the world, but certainly looks like a nice place to live in most areas. Just very nice and leafy and green and well kept. So that's what you have to say about Singapore. And so he's gotten a decent guess there. Has Mug. We have our moving around reset here, so we should be able to post home here, or if we get some nice rounds like this, can just 5 guess it quickly. So I'm gonna go quickly here, like I said. Ooh, feels like, it's like Denmark or southern, I think that might be a Danish bullet. I'm gonna trust that it's Denmark. It could be like southern Norway as well. I really considered that an option, but I think Denmark is best. This yellow house here feels very Danish. Could also be Sweden as well. Don't want to discount it. The red house is definitely interesting. So if it is Denmark, I feel like it should be like kind of max north or max east, although it is just the center of the country there. So the hedge works out for him. It's going to be 300 points of damage. Maybe I should have done that. I don't know. I thought it might be closer to the extremes because of the red house. But next one here is New Zealand, which can be problems. This feels more North Island to me, and that's a temptingly close sign. But I feel like it's not ever South Island here, or at least not ever smack south. Or is it? I don't know. Maybe it could be. We could move for that. Obviously, he's going to move to it and see it quite immediately. Yeah, I feel like it's North Island, though. I feel like I'm happy with that. I guess I'll just hedge south of North Island. Like, it's really no harm in doing that. So that's what I'll do. And it was indeed in Northland there, so pretty similar guesses, and cannot complain. But yeah, not a particularly good start for us either. So next one here, round number 4, is it like Finland or Sweden or what? Short antenna, and it is very green, and it is kind of confusing this round, but I kind of am between Baltic and Sweden, and I think or even like North Poland, I think I might just go like Lithuania or something here. Is that silly? Because it might just be much further south here. Maybe this is a moving round. I feel like I won't move. I feel like I'll just go Lithuania here. That's like in the center of most things I could see as like more possible here. Even though I don't think it's Lithuania itself, maybe it is Poland. The fact that it's a paved road makes me think more of Poland, but maybe it could even be much further south or much further west or something. It was actually Lith though, wow. I mean, I don't think even after moving around, I think I was less confident that it was Lith. But yeah, it's right on the Russian border where you do get a few more hills, so guess it makes sense. But next round here, 1.5 times damage. In Nigeria? No, it's actually just India. And we have a bit of English here, which is interesting. No Hindi that I saw yet. Some southern language I would love to see, though I do not. But a lot of palms as well, so feeling more south here is good. And I will just guess like here, I think between Chennai and this city here. I feel like that's a good guess. Could be West Coast as well. But I feel like this is decent. I hope he goes New Delhi. That would be really ideal, because I do get the strong feeling that this is south. But I guess we'll find out. India's a bit scary. It's a huge country, so we could potentially lose, and he 5Ks. I don't know how famous that city is, but that is a spectacular quick guess there. Obviously, we did have signs nearby, so it's not really a surprise if he didn't know legitimately the city name that he was able to get it. But okay, next round here, Midway Atoll on the runway here, and we'll 5K there. This, for whatever reason, is the most common location on the world map. You're always standing at the corner, right here, at the corner of the runway, next to all the birds. And there we go, we got 10 points. So really been slim picking so far. We still have our moving round, but I don't really like our chances. Like, for some reason, he's just playing super nice. Next round here, it feels like Portugal. And I would say further south, but we have very limited information, so I go Lisbon. So let's see. I feel like Lisbon's actually one of those capital cities that's kind of less common on the world map, but this is kind of like a mix. I would actually say further north here, just because it is very, like, mossy and green. But, I mean, it could be Lisbon too. Porto, more likely, I think, at this stage. We'll see where he goes. And it was indeed Porto there. But, yeah, we kind of sent prematurely, I guess. And luckily, we don't have too much damage against us to show for it. But next round here, looking like Europe. Could be, like, Belgium or something. What does that say? We have French here. Okay. Do we have a phone code? Oh, this is very familiar. Probably would go Paris here. But just want to see if I can see a phone code anywhere. And that symbol, I'm sure, is something, by the way. I don't think it's worth moving for a phone code there. I feel like we just go in the capital. But do we see anything here? Ooh, 04? Is that 04? Oh my gosh, guys. 04, it is. Oh my gosh. So, 04. Here, oh my gosh, guys. So cringe that I couldn't think in time there. I was still trying to like run through in my head which one 04 is, but yeah, I mean, that was definitely like Southern architecture. At least we didn't go Paris, at least we searched around properly. Next one here is New Zealand, and presumably with this kind of coverage, has to be South Island. I think I go quickly here, like around this kind of area here really came to mind. Yeah, I'll just go like here. Is it closer to, like, this kind of area as well? I feel like we're in the right area, to be honest. Mountains north aren't particularly big, like these kind of ridges here. I feel like we're basically on it. But it could be further north here, like that Christchurch stuff as well. So a bit scary, I suppose. And it was just in that area. Opponent continues to guess well here. Mog, definitely playing a good game. And we still have our moving in hand. We just haven't had any good round yet on a big country where we can exploit our good region guessing abilities here. Is this Isle of Man, or is it rock walls everywhere? I feel like we do have to move here. It's probably Canaries or Portugal on one of the islands. I just can't make out which one yet, and I would love to make out as soon as I can. So what do we see here? We see any language soon, please. Plate is actually probably useful. That was a Portuguese plate. So what do I actually prefer here? I think I prefer... What do I actually prefer? Maybe here. It is quite flat. Yeah, I think I would go there. This Funchal is still possible, but we spied the Portuguese plate. He's playing well so far, but can he get this? This is a difficult round. I feel like even if we missed it and it is Funchal, then Funchal, then we may still survive. And yeah, that's huge. He goes Ireland. It was the next one over. I always forget that has coverage. That's why I didn't get the vibe. But we win, which is huge because, yeah, definitely saved our moving for the right round there. Wow. And so, guys, the pressure is on. I mean, we click play again here. We may be entering a new era on my channel. And we will be if we beat red here. So this is it, guys. Can we do it? Otherwise, we are way back down. Let's see if we can. Okay, first one here. Feeling like Eswatini is most likely. In fact, that is what I'm going to go for here. It's relatively flat, so I feel like middle of the country. Feeling decent here. Let's see if our opponent can get it. I would have liked to guess quicker, but I had to burp, so that's the way it happens. It was in the center of Eswatini there. Obviously red, an experienced player, relatively at least, so getting Eswatini based on the vibes, presumably. Next round here. Round number 2 in Greece, I want to say. Very pale road, like you often see in Greece. And it feels like European Greece to me. I mean, not European Greece, but near, like, Panhandle Greece. And that is what I'm going to go for here. Don't really see any contrary evidence, so I go right here, kind of between everywhere I think it can be. If this is down here, I don't know what I'm doing. Or if it's Crete somehow, I don't know what I'm doing. It should be around where I clicked, I think. And it's a difficult round. He may just miss it entirely. But it was there. He goes North Macedonia. But we get a great region guess, so we can't really complain. So then, still on 6,000 health here. Next one's in Korea, so a bit of a nothing round here. Generation 2 Korea is quite rare. This is definitely Seoul. Or at least, famous last words, but in my opinion, definitely Seoul here. Generation 2 camera, massive apartment buildings everywhere. Like, imagine how many people live in this apartment alone. And it was indeed downtown Seoul, near the Lotte World Tower, which is interesting. 2 points of damage does red here to us. And we're moving on to round number 4 here, which is probably Reykjavik. and I am getting that vibe based on the overcast nature of the round here. Very red houses and everything, but I still feel good about it, right? I mean, we don't have an antenna, really. Is this actually Trondheim instead? I mean, the prevalence of the red houses did kind of concern me, I must say. So yeah, let's hope he goes in Iceland, I guess. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it just has to be Norway. And yeah, it was just downtown Trondheim there. Very good guess from us there. Have to be feeling good about that. 900 points of damage, and our opponent gets it. So that one was really me getting saved by Carmeta. I don't know if you get those red houses at all in Iceland, but it really gave me Iceland vibes, I can't lie. Okay, next one here though. Is it... what is this? Bavaria? I would say we're in... actually kind of confused here because language is like Cyrillic. We have a long antenna. So it's actually Bulgaria then, I guess. But the red bits on the plates, does that really make sense? Well, I guess it has to, because Bulgaria is basically the only country I can think of that makes sense, unless it was Ukraine. Really? Is it Ukraine? No, don't believe it. Too many blue strips. Has to be Bulgaria, right? Am I tripping? I feel like there's something I'm missing here. But I don't think it was Slovakia. Okay, Montenegro, red on the plates. How am I forgetting that? That's a very atypical Montenegro, just vibes were strange, and our opponent also misses it, which is no surprise at all. I don't know what, yeah, something messed me up there. This is, of course, like, somewhere in Bhutan. We'll just guess quickly in case he doesn't figure it out in time, but it should just be Thimphu based on the actual like density of population here. I guess there are some eastern places that may have as many or nearly as many people, but this is pretty big. But he will get the country, clicks middle, which is good for us because we're going to pick up some points there. We still have moving in the bag, guys. I feel like we're about to hit 1.4k for the first time. Let's see, 2.5 times damage here on round number 7. And this is a difficult round. Oh, those are Goyas cows? No way. No way we get there on Goyas cows. I don't think we can trust the cows enough, though. I think we should head off here and into this direction. We do have stubby antenna. Now, that is interesting. Is that a yellow plate? Yeah, that's why we didn't trust the Goyas cows. I think this is actually Colombia. So let's go back the other direction here. I mean, we could just go... he actually goes, so I think he figured it out. Now, is this north or south? Okay, this kind of sandiness, and the red soil, I definitely think this is like south somewhere here. Like out in, like fully out in this direction, east of Andes. That's my opinion. And yeah, it was actually north, but that's huge damage for us. It could even be knockout damage. And it is. There we go. Okay, guys, 6 points. We are up to 1,403 points here. This is simply massive. Let's see where that puts us in the leaderboard. Probably top 50 again, almost top 50. Thank you very much for watching this series all the way till now. 1,400. We're finally there, and now things really change because I'm going to be moving every single round, or at least every single round I feel like it, and we are going to be trying to go as high as we can. This is, I guess, where the real road to number 1 starts, because I feel like getting top 10 should not be that difficult. Maybe I'm completely wrong. I'm just saying how I feel about it at this stage, but it should be interesting to see what ends up happening. But guys, thank you very much for watching the video, and get ready for what is going to be an epic next episode. Alright guys, till next time, and goodbye.